Okay, let's talk about two special chips, which will also be encountered on the Mac laptop. So what is this chip called? The first type is called gate circuit chip. Gate circuit chip is a general term. Its main function is an IC for logic electrical level conversion. The alphabet of the logic gate chip is represented by U or PU. When the signal is working, there is a high electrical level and a low electrical level. The high electrical level is generally 3.3 volts, which is a default international standard. The low electrical level is generally 0 volts, which is also an international standard. Then use the English pound sign or L after the low electrical level to indicate, or horizontal line. A horizontal line above the letter represented low electrical level. At that time, they will be marked on the schematic diagram, which signals represent high electrical level and which signal represent low electrical level. It will be marked on the chip pins of the gate circuit, but the voltage will not be marked. It is default, only marked with the symbol. There are no symbols that represent the high level, but this symbol represents low level. This point needs to be clear. Then the gate circuit is an assembly, divided into several types of gates. Its signal conversion is more than power level. Then the first gate we call the follower. Its symbol is like this one on the circuit diagram. This is A, this is Y, this is VCC. A stands for in, Y stands for out, input and output. VCC is a power supply of a chip. When you enter high, there is a truth table, and you enter high electrical level. Output is a high electrical level. If the entry is a low electrical level, then the exit is low electrical level. There is a table called the truth table. Let's take a look. This is A, this is Y. High in and high out. Low in and low out. High electrical level is represented by 1 and low electrical level is represented by 0. So this table will appear 1100. It must convert to the logic to be normal. When you measure, if the measurement does not match this table, that means the gate circuit is damaged. Just find the same model to replace it. This is the first time the introduction of the follower. And this truth table is a formula. If a power signal appears here during maintenance, this symbol represents low level, and when it comes out, it should also represent low level. If what you measure does not match this table, then the gate circuit is broken. Find the same one and put it on. This is the first type, and the second type of gate is called non-gate, also called a phase inverter. This gate is the opposite of the follower. Make a circle here, also R. This circle represents non-iron. You see there is no circle above. It means the opposite here. Everyone, look at this new truth table. A and Y represent 1 in and 1 out. When it goes to the high level, it is opposite, which is opposite to the truth table above. If the enter current high, then go out is low. If the current going low, then go out from the gate will be high. This is the second gate. You must remember this word by row during maintenance. This is a formula. Let's take a look. The first gate is called OR gate. It's like this, 2 in and 1 out. Here is ACC. Here A and B are both in. And Y is out. See this symbol on the circuit diagram? It is an OR gate. Let's draw the truth table of OR gate. When A and B are both high, why is the output is high? A is high and the other B is low, why is high? A is low and the B is high, why is still high? When AB is both low in, it is low power out. The low level here means 0 volt. The one here stands for 3.3 volt, remember this 4. It does not mean it must be this voltage. In other words, if you are repairing, if both them are high, according to this table, the output should also be high, because they are matched with the table. Understand? This is called OR gate. Just look at this symbol. The fourth type is called an OR gate, which is the opposite of the OR gate. It is with 2 pins input, and there is a circle behind it. Here is VCC. Let's take a look at this symbol in the circuit diagram. It's called an OR gate. Their symbols are opposite. I draw them for everyone to see. The NOR gate has a circle and a circle more than the OR gate. Take a look, this point needs to be clarified. Truth table ABY. AB is 1, then the opposite level of Y is 0. A is 1, B is 0, and the Y is still 0. A is 0, B is 1, then the Y is still 0. A is 1, B is 1, then the Y is 1. This is very important for maintenance. As long as you detect that it does not match the schematic diagram. This gate circuit is broken. Find the same one and install it. This chip is broken. Find a new one to replace it. The appearance is the same, so we need to see the schematic diagram to identify. Then the fifth kind is a gate is an AND gate. It looks like this. This side of the contrast NOR gate is straight. Here is AB, here is VCC, here is GND, here is Y. Also 2 in and 1 out. The AND gate here is a straight light. The NOR gate here is a curved arc. Don't confuse these two. Then look at what this truth table looks like. ABY stands for input and output. A1, B1, Y is 1. A1, B0, Y is 0. A0, B1, Y is 0. A0, B0, Y is 0. That is to say, when A and B both at high level, Y is at high level, so that the output is all a level. No matter how many levels you input, as long as there is a level, its output will always a level. Anyway, this output is either high or low. Specifically, check if it matches the table. This is kind of NAND gate is also the opposite of the AND gate, with one more circle. ABY stands for input and output. Then we compare, this is multiple circle, this one has no circles. NAND gate with circle, opposite meaning. Then look at this truth table. A1, B1, Y is 0. A1, B0, Y is 1. A0, B1, Y is 1. A0, B0, Y is 1. That is to say, when both of them are high level come in, it is low level going out. According to this table, just match. This kind of gate circuit is also relatively common. We will open the computer schematic diagram in a moment and identify it according to the symbol. Don't make a mistake. Next, let's look at this kind of gate, which is also common, called EOR gate. There are two arts here. ABY stands for input and output. Let's take a look at the truth table. A1, B1, Y is 0. A1, B0, Y is 1. A0, B1, Y is 1. A0, B0, Y is 0. This is ACC, it's all the same. Then this EOR gate outputs a high level only when one input is high and one input is low. Both are low and both are high if we input in a low electrical level. This is the EOR gate. Two levels of the same output low level. Two different levels come in to output high level. This is exclusive OR gate. It was released recently, and there is no such level in the early days. So currently on notebook, this kind of gate circuit chip, whether it is used on an Apple Mac laptop, Windows Mac laptop, or high-end Mac laptop, it will basically be used. Can be used for low-end machines not much. It is highly integrated. Then descending this kind of gate circuits on the schematic diagram. Let's look at this kind of gate circuit on the schematic diagram. There is a radian in the middle. Look at this is a radian. Pin 1 and pin 2 are for input. Pin 6 is for power supply. Pin 4 is the output. This is the ground wire. Let's take a look what kind of current is in and out of these two. L is low level, L is a low level. Then En is a high level. Then one high and one low, according to our OR gate truth table. It outputs a high current. If we divide this high and one low during maintenance, it will be high level. It should be 3.3 volt. If you measure it is different from the picture above. That is our gate circuit is broken. This is a working principle of the OR gate. Then this point is the VCC power supply pin. Use it to determine the output high level. OR gate. We are repairing a common circuit on the Apple laptop, so we must pay attention to it. Low electrical level is 0 volt. High electrical level default is 3.3 volt. If the signal is not 3.3 volt during maintenance, it is broken. This is the first gate. So let's take a look at what kind of gate is this. It is an AND gate. It is a straight line here, so it is called the AND gate. According to this symbol, L is a low electrical level, and what comes in is a low electrical level. These two pins are low electrical level at the same time. Input is low. Then according to our truth table, the output should be low electrical level. Low electrical level is 0 volt. On the other hand, if your inputs on both sides are high, it means that the gate circuit is broken. This is the AND gate. Its model is MC74VHC1GOA. If the gate circuit is broken, I just find the same model online and install it. This is the model. You can buy it through local market or internet. This kind of gate circuit is our AND gate circuit. They are both with the symbol, model, etc. So let's take a look at this kind of gate. It's called a phase inverter or NOT gate. According to what we just said, the circle and the square are placed in the middle, and some are placed on the edge. Then this NOT gate, it should come in at a high level, because there is no model behind him. According to the standard, it should be 3.3 volt. Thereafter it comes out according to the NOT gate, it should be low level. Should be 0 volt, this position. So if it is under maintenance, it comes in at high level, but it came out at a high level. In principle, it is a low level. If you measure it to be high, then the gate circuit is broken. But you buy a model like 74LVC1007. At the time, AliExpress can buy the same model and replace it. The probability of the gate circuit being broken during maintenance is relatively high. Especially for the machine with water damage, it is easy to burn. Under normal use, it doesn't break much. Signal shifting. This is a symbol of our third gate. Because seeing this symbol is reversed. But sometimes it may also be marked outside, the two have the same meaning. So pay attention to during maintenance. This is Apple's own mark. Of course we have to be flexible, learn and use, don't have to learn to die. This is our NOT gate. Let's take a look at this kind of gate, it's just a follower. In it, what comes out is a low electrical level, L. So what level does it come in? Let's move the drawing. You see this is L, and this is a low electrical level again. Why is it a low electrical level? Look at this logical analysis. The one that can enter and exceed is low, it can only be follower. If we are repairing, it's low in and high out. That means its gate circuit is broken. At the time, follow the solution to buy this kind of follower. This kind of gate is also relatively easy to break. NC is not used for empty pins. Follow here for 5 pins. The first pin is an empty pin. The second pin is coming in. Fourth pin is out. Pin 5 is the power supply pin, VCC. Of course, we will not worry if there is no power supply. If the power supply is normal and the output is not normal, it means that the gate circuit is broken. This is our follower. Okay, let's take a look. This one is also an AND gate. It comes in that both are high level. A and B are both high level. .3 volt. According to the logic relationship of the AND gate, its output should also be high. If you measure it, it's not 3.3 volt. That means this AND gate is also broken. Before it is repaired, you must check its power supply. Its power supply also comes from the 3.3 volt. Then just buy the TC7SZOA model on the AliExpress. There are other NOR gates, NAND gates, and EOR gates. These kind of gates are occasionally encountered in laptop, but not so much. In the future study, we will tell you about this. This is an explanation of several kinds of gates. So what does the gate circuit look like? It is in this shape, usually 5 pins on the notebook. Generally, it will mark on the model drawing. There are 7414, 7408, 7405, 7406, and 74 start with a little bit more. There will be specific marks on the drawing. In fact, they are all 5 pin. This is from the laptop. Generally, desktop computers still have 14 pins in the early days. But this is not used much, it is basically not used now. This is 14 pins used on the desktop. This 5 pin is used on the laptop. But their principles are the same. But make no mistake, everyone. Most of the 5 pins are gate circuit, and some are regulators. When the voltage of regulator comes, we'll talk about it separately. Okay, let's stop here for this lesson.